man I knew lived out alone in the desert. He didn't know anyone. He's out there all alone, just a man in the sand. It's pretty cold at night in the desert, if you don't already know that. In the days, he'd just go out and walk around out there in the sun. You know it burns pretty hot, but sometimes he saw some beautiful things out there all alone. Sometimes he'd see something that made it feel like it was all, worth getting up in the morning. But one day he decided there might be something else out there, something that's worth more than just living alone out in the desert. So he decided he'd take off across the sand. He said, I can always go back there. Now can I? I can always go back and be alone out in the desert again once I left. So took everything that he had, bundled it up, set out across the hot desert sand. Didn't know where he was going or what he'd get into. Well, he went all over the place. Eventually found himself a little oasis with lots of other people who found that same kind of oasis, but they all were from there. They never lived out alone in the desert before. They didn't know what that was like at all. And it was a beautiful place out there under the palm trees, out in clean water, and the air was cool. It's almost like a paradise. All these people smiling and waving whenever you walk down the street. But something's just missing. Something he couldn't put his finger on. It's almost like a place like that was too nice. And he had something deep down in his soul that was just too cold, or not too mean, but too lonely. There's nothing he could do about it. He couldn't hardly even tell anyone about it, because they'd never understand anyway in a place like that. Because they never knew what that meant. So he tried his best to live just like they did, and walk down the street smiling, and live by the cool water. But after a while, he found he just couldn't do it. No matter how hard he tried, there's coldness inside that just couldn't be warmed, and the more he tried to warm it, the more it hurt. So he decided he had to leave. But even though he knew it couldn't stay out there in paradise, he also knew that if he went back to his lonely spot in the desert, he wouldn't be able to do it, because he'd just end up missing everybody that he met there. Because he really did care about them. Sometimes he thought he cared too much. A lot of people would say he didn't care at all, but that's not the truth. But so he knew he could never go back. He couldn't stay where he was. So he thought there's only one way to go. He just kept on moving to the coast. He thought he'd build himself a boat, sail out in the ocean. So he took off again in a hurt to go away and leave all his friends behind, but he knew he just couldn't stay. He couldn't live like that anymore, no matter how much he wanted to, no matter how much he loved his friends. So he took off again. It wasn't the first time. Made it out to the coast. found some wood, and he built a sailboat all alone. Just a one-man sailboat with a little sail. And couldn't say he knew what he was doing, but decided to sail out into the ocean because it was something different. And he tried everything else, and he couldn't do those, so he had to do something. Sometimes you gotta do something. So I took that old sailboat and went out up against the waves. I never saw him again. I only knew him for a short while, but it's a familiar story, Some of us know that kind of thing. But just went out that little boat up against all those waves all alone on the ocean, He didn't have much of a chance, really, when you think about it. I think he knew that himself. He had to know he didn't have any chance, but I suppose that in the end, that's just the way he wanted to do it, or the way he had to do it. But I remember the last time I ever talked to him, we were sitting there, he's getting ready, and he's already got everything loaded on that little sailing ship, and I could see him just looking back, and I could see it in his eyes that he was thinking that he was already missing everything he's leaving behind and he left behind. But I knew just as well as he knew that there's nothing either of us can do about it. Sometimes you ain't got no choice. It's just the way you're made, and we're all just doing our best with what we got. And I remember him saying to me, I'm just gonna go out there, out in the middle of the ocean until I can't see anything. I almost can't remember anyone's, but easier when I can't see anything that'll remind me of all these people that I've known. I'm gonna find the biggest storm I can find, biggest nastiest storm, and I'm just gonna pray to God, and my whole life's been leading me to some kind of adventure, and just gonna try to sail right into it, right up at the biggest wave, and right into the hardest wind. Sometimes you just gotta. And I don't know if when I go up against those big waves and I realize how lost I am and how lonely and how I've left everything and everyone that ever mattered, all those people that I really did care about, when I've left them, I think, I might think it's all been one big mistake and I should have stuck around and I should have stayed with all those people that I cared about. But you never know, maybe right as I hit those waves, I'll feel alive, or I'll find something out, beyond the horizon. There might be somewhere else where I feel like I belong. You never know, you gotta hope. And everywhere I've ever been, I've known wasn't the place that I was supposed to be. But when I go up against those waves, we'll see if I've got any regrets. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'm gonna miss a lot of people, but it's the only way I gotta do it. He looked at me and he said those things. There's nothing I could say to him because I saw in his eyes that he really meant it. So he took off, and I watched his little boat sailing away all the way out to the edge of the sea. I watched him, and I stayed on that beach and watched the sunset and thinking about my friend and all the times we had and how much I'd miss him, but knowing that I'd never see him again. And I never did see him again, but I hope that, he never had much of a chance anyway, no matter where he was. A guy like that just had something that was different about him that he couldn't control. But I hope that maybe sometime he was going up against that big wave, boat about to be turned over, death in his eyes. Maybe he sailed over that horizon, he found some new place. But just maybe, I hope there is a moment when he could find what he'd been looking for all along.